Hi guys, welcome to Becky Tarot. My name is Becky. I'm a spiritual advisor, clairvoyant and energy reader. Okay, please excuse the hair, the look. I've just got out of the bath and I'm about to roll into bed after this because my baby just doesn't go to sleep anymore. She's a nightmare and she's only just like about 15 minutes ago falling asleep. Okay, so collective read. Let's see what they want to show. What do they want to say? They told me to get these out, romance angels, so, and they're really swiftly pulling me towards them. So let's see. Hope everybody's well. Everyone's Monday went okay. Let's get the tarot out of the way. Okay. Oh, I just saw aggressively someone like tightened a tie, but the weirdest part is they tightened a tie around, it was like a feminine energy's neck. So it wasn't like a guy that had put a tie on or whatever. It was like the guy yanked the tie up into like the woman's throat and was like, "You're mine." Like, really tight. This feminine energy is like, all right, darling, like, kind of, like, as in, tone yourself down, like, and then she's like, "I'm yours when you've done this, this, and this," and there's like a whiteboard with some shit on, and then the masculine energy goes from like aggressively passionate to like, right, okay, yep, I can do that, I can do that. And then the feminine energy is like, "Do we have an understanding?" And he's like, "Yep, okay." And then off the masculine begins getting done these three things so that this feminine can be his. Interesting. Okay. Oh, I'm hearing, is it Mariah Carey, "We Belong Together"? Serious passion happening here. The fact that this feminine is like, "Calm down, darling, you need to be this, this, and this." I feel like this might be a connection that's definitely had history to it, I'd say. First card out is this could be the one. Next card out is heart-to-heart conversation. Underlining that was like flirt and playfulness. Oh no, I thought that was going to be the very soon card, but it's the engagement. And then overlying energies, give this relationship a chance. Underlying energy is trust. Flirt, cut the deck, pay attention to the red flags, finances, career, passion. Okay. So, I mean, from the vision, we can kind of grasp the dynamic, what's happening here. But you've already met the romantic partner you seek. Why are they drawing me to this? There's like a red cushion in this picture, and I don't know why they're drawing me to it. Red pillow. I don't know. I don't know what Spirit's getting at there, but anyway. Oh, how? Okay. Interesting. So on this card, I'll show it to you, but it might be a bit. So listen, I don't know much about history, right? And this might be, you know, some of the clothing style that they wore, right? But what I'm seeing is you've got like, this dude's got like this piece on, but he's got sleeves for the arms. Well, it looks like it, but his arms aren't in the sleeves. They're like here, if you can see. Look, you've got the sleeves here, facing downwards, but then his hands are here, holding this feminine's hand. He's leant forward, his body language is very much leaning in towards her, and she's like, like, "I love you, like, I do, but it feels there's history here." History that's like, "I love you, but there's a lot of shit you've done. May have been third parties. They draw me to the fact that there's 3 little Cupid babies here. Okay, there's so much coming through. So back to the sleeve thing before I move on to the channeling or to the next thing. So somehow I'm trying to explain how the kind of channeling I'm getting is, obviously these are the sleeves for the arms, but his arms are not in the sleeves, they're up and under and holding on. So it feels like I'm getting, maybe, you know, this is hidden at the moment, or this masculine's feelings are hidden from the world right now, or there's something about the fact that his arms are not in the sleeves, kind of where they're technically supposed to be, but they're coming up and under, and he's making sure he's holding this feminine hand either way. So maybe this is a masculine that goes about things just in different ways. Yeah. Or maybe this is a masculine that covers up a lot of his emotions, but I'm going to push that aside because I'm going to, like, I felt that was really intense. I don't know if I'm just getting better or what with the channeling, because that came in so swift, how heartbroken and needy this masculine was of the feminine, but it went out really quick. And I know before, normally I like break down in the energy, so I don't know what's going on there, but this masculine energy is like besotted with this feminine in every way, and it's just not on their knees, but this masculine's energy is basically on his knees with, I just have redemption. There's something this masculine's hiding. There's something this masculine's hiding. I doubt you'll be able to see it on the floor, like behind his masculine's leg. I don't know what that is. There's like this little thing. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but he's standing in front of it. It looks a bit like a shell. Maybe like a snail shell. So snails move slowly. So maybe this masculine is hiding the fact, is hiding all of, I don't know how to word this. He's hiding all of his emotions, right? Like, he's showing some because he's holding this feminine's hand and he's leant in, but he's not saying much. She's holding the attitude. But maybe there's a reason that this masculine wants to move things slow, or he's scared. I think this masculine is just really scared to be really, like, doesn't know how to be vulnerable. Is learning, this feminine has definitely taught this masculine that you need to be vulnerable in order to create a serious, committed connection or proper connection. Oh, so I could hear him saying sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. So that's what the masculine's hiding. This masculine is pulling this back. So he's not being completely locked off to the connection anymore, and he is communicating and being vulnerable in a certain way, but not fully. And what this masculine's doing is slowing this down, in the hope that will kind of revamp the connection and make the feminine chasing him. So it's still a bit gamesy, manipulative, but it's only because they're dying. This masculine is absolutely dying, like, in every way for this feminine, and only really knows how to play games to get what they want, but wants this feminine to chase him again. But the feminine's learn her lessons, is in her power, so will not be chasing no one, from what I can see. So let's move up to those 3 cupids. So there definitely has been third parties. There's definitely been a lot of sexual things happening outside of this connection at some point. I'm just hearing the spell's about to be broken. So obviously karma's clearing, lessons are being learned. There's one person that this masculine was somehow linked to at some point, whether it was like, you know, they still are. Although I feel this masculine is completely, you know, focused on this feminine and is locking off anything and moved away from any things that were a problem. If they haven't right this second, they are soon to be. I'd say no more than 3 weeks. And this masculine's just, you know, like fully just get anyone and everyone that's not my feminine away from me. But there's someone who this masculine was linked to at some point, that is really curious. This is probably like an ex or someone they just like slept with, definitely older than this masculine, whoever this is, but I don't know why they're drawing me. It's the face of this. I think, oh, okay, that's the message. So basically there was like one person at some point, like I said, whether they was over a long amount of time or whatever, one of the, you know, things, the people that got in the way of this connection, right, whether this was cheating or what it was, but that person, that third party person, thought that they were like special in some way because your person, you know, was still maybe contacting them when they were in a relationship with you or messaging or saying sexual things or whatever, right? However that, like, where the bracket is, I don't know, because it's different for all of you, but it's that third party got hit with their own karma, which was the realization that they wasn't special and that there was lots of other people, and they didn't really like it and they were a bit confused by it. But either way, I'm seeing that spell of karma is clearing up, and in those, like, over the next 3 weeks will be like, it's like I'm seeing it as, you know, like on children's TV programs or something, when they like, if it's like magic and then they tap it, it's like pop and it's gone. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. It's like these 3 cupids that are all holding on to this circle thing that to me is like, that's like the karma, the third party karma, are just going and they're gone. This feminine energy is very stable and grounded, even when I think this feminine sometimes thinks she isn't, but she's very stable and grounded in life. So heart-to-heart conversation. I think this feminine has pushed this masculine into having to be nothing but honest. And everybody's guides and the universe have helped along this one. I feel like this feminine really bit back. It's like maybe this masculine had a way with them, got away with things, whatever, sneaky, and always were in control. But there's something about this feminine that's like, truth or nothing, mate, truth or nothing. And the masculine hates it, but has been backed into a corner and has, you know, if they want what they want, they're going to have to learn to be honest. And that's kind of what's coming. There's going to be some honesty. There's going to be, I feel like, yeah, there's going to be some honesty and an honest conversation coming. It's very much that whole, like, if you want me, come get me, like, but you can't come get me if you're not in a, you know, like, if you're not single. You can't come get me if you ain't got your shit together. You can't come get me if you're not gonna make amends for what you've done. So it's that or nothing. It's got that energy behind it. And then we have engagement. So with this card, I've really been drawn to, maybe this masculine was a bit stingy in the past with this feminine in some way. There's something to do with, it's like material and money. Like this masculine may have been a bit too focused on the material. Like, it's good to have an aim and know where you're going, but it really shouldn't be the forefront over everything, over love for your partner, your children, and all of that. Like, you know, material things are just material things. You know, unconditional love for your children, your partner, are way more important. So I'm being drawn to this feminine. All she ever wanted was a real honest connection and commitment, and this masculine didn't know what they wanted in the past. But I do feel like this is moving, they're both moving into a serious commitment. For some of you, there is going to be an engagement, And it's funny because on this card you've got the woman that's just like happy, her hand, she's got the her hand with the ring on, and and she's like looking out into the woods, and then the masculine's just like playing with the ring. And I think this is like playing with the idea at the moment of, you know, taking that leap of commitment or proposing, and then like I do believe this masculine will, it's just they're pondering and struggling a bit, but they will be backed into this corner, if you like, in order to choose. You know, you either step up or you step away. I do believe this masculine will, and by holding the ring and looking at it, I think this masculine is going to just, you know, when they do move forward for this commitment or proposal, whatever it is, I believe that this masculine is almost going to be a bit shocked to themselves, like they didn't think they'd ever, you know, put out that much money for a ring for someone else. Like, this masculine definitely was a bit materialistic and shallow in the past. So they're a bit like, this is it, like I'm doing it, I'm making this, I'm taking these steps and I'm making this leap. Like, then it's nothing to do with them being unhappy about it. It's just processing and becoming, you know, growing into a better person and someone that's doing their shadow work. And I think this feminine is just going to feel so fucking content. Like, just so content. Once this masculine, like, puts a ring on her finger, I think. But even if that's a metaphor, I think it's just that, like, she feels like she can relax and know that her masculine is home, right where he should be, but not just home and being a prick or whatever, is home and is dedicated to this connection and working through their issues and whatever, and gaining trust back and working hard. Reconciliation, wanted to pop out there, and just working hard to rebuild from this separation, because there definitely was a separation here before this. Or if you're still in separation, this is coming. Cut the deck at reconciliation. One more cut. Wedding. So if you're, whatever party you are watching, and this is resonating for you, if you think that whole time in separation that your person was kind of okay, trust me, they were just as bad as you. If you're in a dynamic, what's coming through now, where it's like you're still kind of separated, but you've kind of come into slight unions, to say you were in complete no contact, but now you're talking. I'm getting, what I'm seeing is you're out of like proper separation, no contact, but you're not together. And maybe you're meeting up and seeing each other, like, I just randomly heard that maybe like once a week, but like talking, or, you know, meeting here and there, or I don't know the dynamic, but you're being around each other and then like apart again, but no contact fully. And what's coming through is when you both leave, like if you say you meet for a coffee and then you go, or someone visits another, and then when you go, I think the masculine struggles with his heart when he leaves. Like, he feels the ache in his heart every time he leaves. The feminine feels it, but I feel like this feminine worked for a lot of stuff during the no contact separation, whereas the masculine is being made to work through it not in no contact, if that makes sense. Yeah, like I just see this masculine, it's like just holding his heart every time he has to leave. For some of you, if your masculine is in a like actual relationship at the moment, like a connection like with someone else, this will only resonate if you know about the other person. This is not if you don't know. Like, say you've come back in contact but they're in a relationship and you're just like, oh my god, but you're talking, but you're concerned that maybe this masculine is not going to leave that third party. This masculine is, like I said, I've got about those 3 weeks or whenever, but this masculine is going to walk away from everything that's causing a block and a barrier for this connection. But I'm also getting that if they are in a connection with someone else at the moment, it's like the third party tries to pull the masculine into bed, like use like sexual, but it doesn't work. This masculine, it's like he has to turn his heart on and off, is how I feel. Like, oh my God, this is so weird. So if this masculine has a partner at the moment or whatever, they have to turn their heart off. Wait, off? What are you showing me? When they're around this third party, they turn their heart on, and all they think about is their feminine the whole time they're around this person that they're maybe in a relationship with or living with or whatever the dynamic is. Their heart goes on when they're away and when they're around the third party, and all they think about is their feminine, which is why it doesn't matter what this third party does. Well, I say third party, but whoever they live with or in a relationship with, it doesn't matter what they do. That person is never going to be able to pull the masculine in, I think, because it feels like this is a masculine and feminine that have come into union. Yes, they're not together, but they've come into union after a long time of separation. So there's not, if this feminine's done this much healing is what she's showing me, it's the karma and everything's are going to clear. And if this masculine is in a relationship, it doesn't matter what this not being nasty on the person that's, with the masculine, but it doesn't matter what they do. This masculine is now that he's gone into union with his feminine again, it doesn't matter what they do. This masculine's going to be leaving, and I think that person knows it, but it's just hanging on for dear life and trying everything they can. But yeah, so it's interesting that the masculine turns his heart on when he's around this other person, and all he thinks about is his feminine, and kind of just getting all of the truth out to this person so they can go, but then they're scared to just tell the truth at the moment. And then when this masculine's around his feminine, he turns his heart off because it's too painful. He's got too much love. I say too much love, it's not possible, but this masculine is struggling to process and deal with this coming back into union. He's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. But it's crazy that he turns his heart off because it's just too much for him to feel right now. But he is dying and healing. He's dying without his feminine, but he's healing his codependency. I think addictions played a part here. Like, I get, just ego addictions for, using material things and attention to fulfill their ego, using people for some kind of stability, like to get them jobs, get them lifts, to have places to stay. Like, just, it's real not great energy at all. But I do really feel like this masculine is growing, and this feminine has done a lot of healing work to get this masculine here. I think the thing about this feminine that this masculine can't get over is that she always expresses her love so dearly. That's what's coming through so clearly. Even when she's fuming, she will express, her love. Even when she's angry and just wants to punch the masculine in the face, she still shows love. And that just melts this masculine's heart, and it's just made him realise that he wants to give his feminine the love that she so rightly deserves after all of the pain that this masculine has caused her. That's how it feels. Yeah, past life relationship coming back around, which is the union that's here. But I feel the past life relationship that is going to be worth the wait is that there's a bit of pending time. There's a bit of pending time because it feels like this masculine is tied to something, someone, in some way, and it is going to be cleared out. Or what's coming through, possibly the person that they might be with might try and have a conversation with them about getting married, and that will make the masculine realise he's got to go now because he wants to get to his feminine, and now that this person is talking about being engaged, and the masculine doesn't even want to be there. So that's only going to be for some of you. But this is just showing me that the agony that this feminine, I don't know why I'm laughing, but I think it's just because this feminine's done so much healing, but it was so painful, but doesn't realise how far she's come. But during this separation between this feminine and masculine, this feminine did so much healing work and has really managed to get herself up onto some solid ground. She's still struggling in certain ways, but has got herself up and probably is feeling a bit confused, uneasy and unsure. They're definitely both going to be mirroring energy right now, but they're kind of there's this waiting stage. So there was lots of waiting and separation. Now they've come into union, but they're still waiting because this masculine is not free. And the message here is it's being blocked by the divine because this masculine needs to learn. He needs to wrap up these lessons. And once the lessons are wrapped up, he'll be leaving and coming towards his feminine. Finances, career might be a problem. This might be how they're attached to someone else, is money and stuff, and work, stability, whatever. But this masculine's gonna just say to himself, I deserve real love, and so does my feminine, and they are going to be leaving. And they are going to create a completely new dynamic with their feminine. It's going to feel like a completely different style of love. They're going to learn, this masculine's going to learn how to embrace and express his feelings. And learn how to just love from the heart and stop trying to control things with games. He's going to just learn to just make the effort that's required and watch how this connection will blossom. It will be worth waiting for. 26 on the timer. It will be worth the wait. Just things are blocked at the moment, but not for very long. Not for very long at all, guys. Stay optimistic about your love life. One more card. Your love life has been affected by children. So either the masculine could have children with this person that they're kind of tied to. Or you guys could have children, or maybe you guys want to have children, or maybe you fall pregnant, or they fall pregnant, or I don't get that the person they're with falling pregnant, because I don't think this masculine, like I said, I feel like that person is trying to lure them into the bedroom, but the masculine is just not interested. Could also be childhood wounds that are affecting this karma that needs to be cleared up, but it's a really weird energy. It's like an energy of sadness but pure abundance at the same time, because I think this connection has felt so much sadness, but I think that the so much sadness comes from both the feminine and the masculine mirror each other's wounds, and I think both these two, this feminine and masculine, have had a real tough time. It feels like childhood, parents, relationships, and they came together with so much passion, but I think the feminine was so severely let down by this masculine, and then the masculine's kind of hating themselves now, but truly what I'm seeing is that the love is unbreakable. I think they've been through heaven and hell and you name it what, but this love is still standing very strong, and I think that's what the masculine's realizing, because they've never had that with anyone else, and they've never felt this way. And in that whole time of separation, I think this masculine really got to see what life would be like fully without this feminine, and they don't want that. They don't want that at all. Okay, after 28 minutes of me channeling, I'm going to flop into bed. If you're interested in a private reading, guys, info's in the box down below. In the meantime, I send you so much love and light. Bye.